Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the AMAC-1500 mod, which is being made by user Tactical. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a wonderfully powerful Cold War sniper rifle in the form of the AMAC-1500. And this thing is wonderful, and I've really been having a lot of fun with it, as I mean, come on, who doesn't love a fun new sniper rifle here in the Commonwealth? But also, it's a 50 cal. And who doesn't love a 50 cal? That's just good times. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what we do get with the AMAC-1500, which in its most basic configuration will deal 172 damage using a 50 caliber round with a firing rate of 2, range of 1545, accuracy of 181, and a weight of 32. Pretty whopping weight there, but as you can see, a wonderful, wonderful weapon, very beefy, especially with that weight, but dear lord, that range on this thing. Pretty much, if you can see it, you're going to be able to shoot it with this glorious new 50 caliber weapon. And it just looks wonderful. I really do love the design of this thing. It is just a neat looking gun, and of course was very well made with very good texturing and modeling, which frankly, you should come to expect from a Tactical mod. He always makes some great things. And as for the modification list, it's not too bad of one. Not a huge amount of options, but enough, oh boy, to make this gun very powerful. By the sort of default version here, it's, you know, a little bit better than the Gauss rifle damage-wise, but it's tremendously slow, so the DPS is much lower. But with the right modifications, you can make this thing more powerful than the Gauss rifle, which is pretty darn cool, and it's got some great ammunition adjustments you can make for it to have a little bit of weird, wacky fun, and I always do enjoy that with a Fallout weapon. So the big question is, of course, how do you get your hands on one of these things? Well, it's pretty simple. Starting at level 20, you'll start seeing these things on gunners and in weapon vendors. Now, there also is one hidden in the world, and you can find clues to it over at the Dugout Inn. I wasn't able to find it, but, you know, maybe you can. And apparently there's not just a weapon out there, but also some of the modifications are hidden out in the world too, which is kind of a neat little idea. Now, as for the modifications that we can make for this thing, let's head over here to the weapon workbench and start with the receiver category, which, pretty standard sort of stuff. Go from the lightweight to the standard on up to a sharpshooter's receiver, which will give you the biggest damage boost here, upping it to 301 and increasing that fire rate by 1, which, you know, alright. Now we then have two categories with only one thing in them. The barrel, your only option is the long fluted barrel, and with the stock, your only option is the marksman stock. I really wish there'd be at least a couple of options in here, but oh well, you know, they at least look good, so I'm not going to complain too much. Now we then have the ammunition category, which is my personal favorite part of this entire mod because, well, you can choose from a lot of different kinds of ammunition, from weird experimental heat-seeking ammo to, of course, explosive ammunition, depleted uranium, and just all sorts of fun things that I really do like. We got a lot of cool options here. Though the most powerful of them, if I'm remembering correctly, is the, I now entirely forgot. I know it's on one of the guns. The explosive ammunition, of course, does a lot. I think, boy, I don't remember. I'll have to look at my guns later that I did modify. Now, in the scope category, we've got a decent little list. This thing is definitely meant for sniping, especially with that range, so it is all long-range sort of scopes. Even the quote-unquote short scope, I mean, is still either 3x or 6x, so you're still going to be at range, but your options are 3, 6, 9, 10, or 25x for your scope different magnifications, which, not too bad. And finally, in the barrel category, we've either got the standard muzzle brake that comes with this thing, or a suppressor, which, I've mentioned it before on other mods where we've looked at 50 cal guns. I always find a suppressor on a 50 cal weird because, hey, you want that beefy thunk of a shot. But here you go. If you want to be a sneaky sniper, boom, there you are, suppressor. And that is it for the modifications, so a good list, especially for upping the damage of this thing and getting some weird, wacky damages on there, which is always nice. But still, I'd like maybe a few more things, especially in maybe the aesthetics or something along those lines, but overall, pretty good. Now, the one I was looking for was surprisingly hollow point ammo, raised up the damage the most, and the most damage I was able to get out of this gun without any perks is 473. So not too bad there, and overall you get quite a powerful gun, which is magnificent. So let's take a look at this thing in practice and take some shots here, and fire. And there we go. As you can tell, as you know, with that 2 fire rate, it is extraordinarily slow. But, I mean, it's, you know, such a powerful gun that pretty much if you're gonna hit something, it's probably gonna die, especially once you do upgrade the thing quite a bit. Now, as for the reload, it is a good smooth animation. It is a single shot gun, and you basically pull out the entire firing pin mechanism there every time you reload, which is quite interesting, which of course, again, does make for quite a slow reload, but once more with that power, it's pretty good. And again, sniping gun, 1 shot, 1 kill, hopefully. Now, on to the suppressed version, just to get that sound out. And there we go. A fairly standard sound for the suppressed version, but, you know, overall still a suppressed 50 cal for you to enjoy. And with this one, again, doing that 473 damage. Now, the last one I got, I decided to have fun with the ammunition and got the explosive rounds because, yay. Who doesn't like explosive rounds for your guns? It's just fun. And if you do slightly miss your enemy, you'll still get it with splash damage, which is always good. So let's take a look at this thing in practice and spawn ourselves a lovely Death Claw. There we are, and run to safety. Haha! And die, Death Claw. 1 shot, taking down nearly half of his health. Ooh, that was another good shot, and considering sniper rifle today, we can actually hit this Deathclaw in the distance after he does run away for pathing issues because he can't get to me. Wonderful. Let's grab the suppressed one here and then spawn ourselves another and take a couple shots with this. We go the last one in 3 shots. So this one, ooh, it would have helped if I would have hit it somewhere a bit better than where I did. And it went to the same spot as the other Deathclaw. How dare that thing? Oh boy, I can't even see its health anymore. Come back, please, Deathclaw. I need to kill you. Alright, you're kind of there. Why did I hit? Alright, there you are, and you're dead. Beautiful, beautiful. That is the AMAC-1500, a very, very slow weapon, but with the power you can get out of this thing, especially once you do throw in some perks, it is just such a wonderfully powerful gun that you really shouldn't have much of an issue with destroying your enemies with it. And it's got a decent amount of different modifications, especially with cool ammunition, so you can have things like an explosive round and all sorts of others, which is just always fun. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description. And as always, my friend, have a good one.